Well, that was a little weird. Fortunately, because the movie didn't exactly finish, I'll have to redo this again. Welcome to episode 8 of L12J. It's manga review. Which, by the way, published by Tokyo Pop, created by Akame, Gravitation. Shuichi Shindo is determined to be a rock star. He has no experience, no talent, and no band. After finding a charismatic guitarist and getting a gig, he's ready to show the world what a genius he is with his powerful lyrics. However, Ariyuki overhears his amateur spurs and puts the young musician in his place. Unable to get the harsh criticism out of his mind, Shuichi forces himself into Yuki's life, and the two find their futures inexorably intertwined. The forces that bring them together is like gravity, and there is nothing they can do to stop it. Anyway, for the book 1 art, I'd have to rate it maybe about 7 or 8. The story, I'll rate it a 9. I didn't read the entire series, but I basically got the general gist of what happens. Like, I'm not entirely a big fan of this stuff. Like, I don't mind reading it, and that was one of my books falling down. But the series, when I got to watch the anime and read this, I actually enjoyed it. But it's actually, this is one of the series that I still would like to collect. And by the way, here's volume 8. And well, wrong one. And volume 2. Anyway. Hang on here. Oh man. Anyway, Gravitation was published in 2002 in Japan by Gintosha Comics, and it was published here in 2000. Well, not here, but published in the U.S. in 2003. Now on to this one. Okay, Gravitation X, published by Tokyo Pop, of course created by Akame. Gravitation X, the hot sequel to the best-selling Gravitation manga series. In order to heal the wounds in his heart, Ariyuki and his vocalist lover Shuichi travel to New York to visit the grave of Yuki's first love and tormentor, Yuki Kitagawa. But once there, they make a startling discovery that will change their lives forever. The eagerly awaited sequel to the best shonen smash hit begins right here. This, I just rate the artwork 10, the story 10, even though I haven't exactly gotten any further on the story. But all in all, the artwork's gotten a hell of a lot better than the first series. They're moving on now. Oh, and here was made. Oh, I also forgot to mention I got a colored insert here. Pretty cool. And as for when it was done, it was published in 2006 by Gintosha Comics as well, and produced in the U.S. in 2007. Which is kind of odd since I bought it last year. Oh wait, no, it was in 2008, so 2 years ago. Anyway, next manga, GTO, Great Teacher Onizuka, created by Toru Fujisawa and published by Tokyo Pop. Meet Keiichi Onizuka, a 22-year-old virgin and ex-biker. He's crude, foul-mouthed, and has a split-second temper. His goal? To be the greatest high school teacher in the world. Onizuka may think he's the toughest guy on campus, but when he meets his class full of bullies, blackmailers, and scheming sadists, he'll have to prove it. Okay, with this manga here, this is actually one of the series that I am collecting, but unfortunately I had to kind of put it off at the moment because I can't seem to find volume 3. But with this series here, let's put it this way. if I was still in school, I'd love to have this guy as my teacher. There'd be no bullying, no nothing in school if we had something like this back then. But anyway, the anime. Again, excuse me for dropping the F-bomb here, but it was fucking funny. And this here is a little different from the anime, but still basically along the same lines. It was amazing. Like, okay, if I'm hyping it up here, I'm sorry, but it's anybody's opinion. Anyway, by the way, book 2. Alright, this one here, okay, because of one certain character, I actually hated this series. And it's all thanks to Flay. We all know who Flay is. So anyway. Okay, this was published by Del Rey, and the art was done by Masatsugu Iwase? I think that's how it's pronounced. The original story by Hajime Yata and Yoshiyuki Tomino. Volume 4. Missing in action. Devastated by the cruel realities of war, Flay, Atherin, and Moralia grieve, believing that Kira and Toll are dead. Even as they mourn and question themselves, the fighting intensifies. Coordinator and leader and Atherin's father, Patrick Zala, gains political control over the planet, and the battle between Zaph and the Earth Army shifts to a military base. When the crew of Archangel realizes Earth has used them as bait and betrayed them, they decide to embark on a journey to the neutral state of Aube or something? I can't pronounce that, sorry guys. We start new lives, but on the horizon are new, more powerful mobile suits that may just turn the tides of the war. Again, I read the book, I've seen the anime, I wasn't too happy with it. I'm more with the whole Gundam Wing. But, like, it's anybody's opinion here. But I'm just, yeah. Anyway, moving on. Oh, after I do this quickly. Printed here in America, okay, 2005, there it was printed in America, and printed over in Japan in 2004 by Sotsu Agency Sunrise. Okay, hang on a sec here. Sorry. Okay, next one, Hanakime, for You in Full Bloom by art and story by Isaya Nakaja. Okay, Hanakime for You in Full Bloom. Men at work. Izumi, his friend Nakatsu, and a cross-dressing heroine Mizuki are hired to work at a beach chalet run by the family of weird school nurse Dr. Umida. But when Kagurazaka, Izumi's high jump rival, shows up with his 2 younger sisters in tow, the job gets personal. Kagurazaka's attractive sister Tamami has a crush on Izumi too, and she sees Izumi's classmate Mizuki as a way to find out about the object of her affection. And then someone realizes that Mizuki is actually a girl. This series, well, I'm not too fond with romance series, but this one here, definite recommendation. I rate everything a 10 about this. Like, you see the, if anybody here's seen the live action, you know it's freaking hilarious. It's funny. It's not really recommended for children, but it's still funny. But I don't know what to say about it, but anyway, as for when it was done, though, hopefully I got some time left there. Freak. This is gonna peeve me off. Where is it? It was printed in Canada in July. Okay, first off, it's printed in 1998 by Hakusensha in Japan, and printed in Canada It was done in July 2004. Now, that would be the end of this.